What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of In the Longhouse with Beer of the North. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope you're ready for the weekend. Does everybody know this guy?
Maybe. Oh man, they want me to connect my.
Uh-oh.
Hold
Let's
on.
go. I think that was me. Mute.
No, they want me to connect my Google account to be able to join the chat.
Oh.
I know. I've never had to do that before.
Huh.
It's oh god, two-step verification. Great live stream, guys. We're starting out here.
Starting out fantastic. Yes. Welcome, everybody.
Yes,
everybody
me.
Say hi to Kerry. It's Kerry's second time on the Longhouse. That's how fucking cool he is.
Yeah, I told Dan he must be scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
He did. He's when I said, "Hey, you want to come on the Longhouse again?" And he's like, "Man, shit must be sucking right now, huh? You're scraping the bottom of the barrel." I told him, "Well, somebody's fucking gotta, you know."
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Oh yes, E. What's going on, sir?
E Rock in the house.
Ellie, how are you doing? TV, what's going on, sir? Mark, always good to see you in here, sir. Camo
Beach.
Cam. Been a while since I've seen you, man. How you doing?
I know.
Strickland, what's going on, sir? We got Becky, Miss Brew City.
Oh, Big Stu.
Dagan, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. And Mr. Big Stu. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good Friday night. Hopefully you guys can just all sit back and enjoy listening to me and Kerry bitch at each other.
Instead of doing it over instant message, do it live on stream.
Yeah, we can do it live on stream. Everybody can watch what happens instead of... I could post our conversations, I guess. See what everybody thinks of that.
Oh, man. Breezy. I haven't seen Breezy in a long time.
How you doing, Cody? What are you doing on here? I thought you should be at work. It's good to see you, sir. I haven't talked to you for quite a long time. And then we got this fucking shitbag.
What's up, Chris?
Good to see you, Chris. Hey, Chris, Mike.
Chris, I heard one of your favorite scents might be coming back soon. That's all I'm going to say.
One of yours?
One of his.
Yeah, but of
yours? One of my scents.
Is it that fucking lemon one or whatever? Yeah, you almost said, yeah.
Nope. Not saying anything. We'll we actually have a couple of scents coming out. Probably closer to August.
Okay. This is news to me too, everybody. So.
Yeah, I'm dropping it live here. You know. Chris, don't tease me. Yeah, that's you know. We had to, do some things, but no, one of the scents is definitely not anything we've ever done before. Definitely different and not so much on the cologne side, I guess you'd say, but still smells great,
Is it
I don't want to give away any of the ingredients or what's in it because then you'll be like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying. But yeah, no, it's something we're going to do soon. So
can I ask, is it a darker scent or is it like a lighter scent?
I would say, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say light, but right in between, a little bit of both, I guess you'd say, but not dark. No. And it's not musky or anything like that. It doesn't have that back end like cologne does. It always has the musk,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, if I told you what was in it, you'd be like, oh yeah. You'd nail it before it came out. You'd know what it was, because it has one thing in it that's pretty commonly used. And
Okay. Hey, what's going on, Mark? How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Wait a minute. Let's talking about Sublime Vibes, and Becky says Dan's giving away that right now. He was sitting here in the fucking green room bitching the whole time about, come on, Dan, get to my giveaway so I can at least congrats.
Is he giving it away right now? Oh. Hey.
Oh, well.
That's what happens when you have motion sensors.
See, that's living in luxury of fucking bougie ass. Oh, it's King's Bounty that he's giving away.
Oh, I mean, I had told him it could be of choice, but that's clearly his favorite.
Yeah, well, that's your favorite from a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our number one selling scent. It has been. I think we had a post put up a few days ago, maybe 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row of that being your top seller, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, like, we have some pretty good selling scents, like Amorous, Deep Pockets. I mean, now Sublime Vibes. Sublime Vibes is like shooting to the top. It's our second best selling scent right now. I mean, it doesn't have like historical data because it's only been out for a few months, but it's on pace to blow everything else out of the way, out of the water. I mean,
uh-oh. I hope you all have a great time streaming tonight. I'm starting to load the vehicles up. I'll be sure to send you both a message.
All right. I'll stop watching that. That's
and not be such a thing. See, Cody, I knew you were going to become a stranger once you started fucking that new chick you got. You do it every time. But hey, have a good time on your vacation. Have a good time. Hope you enjoy it. Once somebody gets that new toy, that's all they care about. That's all they want to play with. They forget about everything else.
Yeah, like Mark says, 3 bottles of King's Bounty, 2 bottles around the fur. I've actually talked to Dan about it because I know it's his, one of his favorite scents of all time. One, not like the favorite, but one of. I consider it like a cult classic, kind of. There is no in between on it. People either absolutely love it or they absolutely hate it.
Or they
hate it. They never just go, meh. You know what I mean? But luckily, 95% of the people love it. And you can't expect everybody to like everything, That's why we have so many scents, If you don't like that one, I guarantee you we'll find something you do,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I'm not.
You don't like King's Bounty, do you?
I mean, I like it, but I'm one of those meh guys, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Wow.
I don't hate it, but I don't like. I'm not Dan C either with it.
Yeah. No, it's like that across the board. It's my wife's favorite. It's Sam's favorite, one of her favorites. And it's definitely you have to be in the mood for it. But I'm completely stoked we made it, and it was one of the scariest things I ever did because when you mix a masculine aquatic cologne with floral notes, it's like, whew, it's going to be.
You're taking a jump there.
Yeah, especially after I had done everything I had done in the beginning. Like since that, the IFRA took away, like Distinguished Caballero,
right.
Tobacco cedar, things like that, and so everybody kept telling me who tried it was like, you have to release this. It's good. Don't be scared, and I was like, okay, and I did, and it turned out to be the number one selling scent we've got, and I'm
What's going on, Brock?
Happy about that.
What's going on, Chris? How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, Chris?
But that's how it works, Kerry. Is the one that you're not so sure on,
Mm-hmm.
it ends up being the best you got.
Yeah.
At least to the majority. Mine, I think, I think Amorous is the best you got, but that's me.
That's right now is right behind, as far as sales goes, right behind Sublime Vibes, like right now. But I mean, if you count as long as it's been around, it's definitely sold a lot more than Sublime Vibes because Amorous has been around for over a year, I think now. So that's one of my favorites too. I mean, dude, I love them all. I feel like our scents are like those got to be in a mood scent. Like Ace of Fades, or if you're feeling nostalgic with the old fashioned barbershop. After Party, the Tobacco Absolute. It's funny because people don't really know what Tobacco Absolute is. When they see it on the bottle, they go Tobacco Absolute, like thinking I misspelled it or something, like Tobacco Absolutely. Tobacco Absolute is the closest you're going to get to a traditional tobacco scent. It is actually resin, and you have to cut it with a carrier oil, because if you just try to mix it in, it's so thick that it'll just bubble up, and turn into look like beard oil boba tea, basically, because it is dark.
Yeah, because that's what I want.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of work, but that's why it's so different than just your average like type tobacco vanilla, I guess you'd say, because it's almost like fresh tobacco leaves, man. It's just great,
I see why I lagged up now.
Oh, did you lag? Your mouth your mouths give up or what?
No, Becky woke up and
she's streaming something right now.
She's watching the show right now. And how you doing, D? My sister. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Private Reserve is good too. I know, man. That's another one the IFRA killed. They did a lot to coffee scents, but I do plan on doing another coffee scent. I miss Private Reserve. I think it's Corey from Weatherbeard, man. He messaged me a few months ago and was like, "Good grief, how strong was this?" Because he loves it. He said, "Good grief, how strong was this? I got butter left, and I can still last for like a day when I wear it." And I'm like, "It wasn't super strong. It's just a lot of coffee and espresso and things like that. It's gonna last a while,
Right. Hey, what's going on, Ken? How you doing, sir?
What's up, Ken? Yes, I did talk to Ken today. Quite a bit.
I saw the post you did for him coming back as a affiliate.
Yeah, it's good to see Ken get back into the beard game. Like beard and fitness, I think fits him well.
Yeah.
He knows he's done it before. It blows my mind when he like builds up these big TikTok accounts and then just deletes them and is like, "No, I'm gonna do something else." I'm like, damn, I wish I had the balls to do that.
He just has really hardcore ADHD.
Probably. Yeah. No, Ken was always good to us, him and Mel, and we appreciate the friendship that we have, and it's good to see him back, So yeah. Mark is quite a fan of the butter. Him and his, I guess it works really well on his wife's hands as well. The all natural, the unscented.
Well, it must mean it works well on his dick too. Good for you, Mark.
Slowly inching our way to demonetization.
Oh, I'm not monetized anyway. It'll find
I know. Oh man, I forgot a water. I forgot to get my water. What a rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake.
Well, if you have any intentions of going as long as we did last time, you're gonna have fucking cottonmouth out the ass.
No. I was gonna tell you. I forgot to tell you that before the stream. Like, let's not do a marathon like we did last time. I went out to the. I would get out in the living room. It's like dark. Everybody's asleep. I'm like, damn, how long were we in there? Looked at it was midnight. I just turned on all the lights, sat down, and started watching YouTube again.
See.
You know, I mean, we work hard during the week. You know, I've you know my Friday routine. You know, soon as 5 o'clock hits, me and my wife have a certain routine that we do every Friday.
With the exception of one thing right now.
Yeah, she is recovering from surgery, so there's things I am deprived of at the moment.
Poor Kerry.
Let's not even get into our conversation about
Oh, come on. You don't want to repeat what you fucking told me?
No. There's
oh, God. Oh, I had not fucking laughed like that for a long time. When you...
Yeah. You know, some days you have a long day of work and you just let it all out, you know.
Man,
there's it's so funny, man. It's I think I've told you before that, you know, I have this classy looking brand and with the least classiest owner, you know. But I hide behind it, you know. I try to stay out of everything. Just let the brand do the talking, you know. Try to keep my opinions and the things that I say,
yeah,
to myself.
It's funny when he runs like what he did for the 4th of July when he does his sales or he ups his codes. He fucking texts me and he says, "Your code's worth 25%, you piece of shit." Okay, thanks.
Yeah, he said maybe I'll make a video about it this time. And what I say, like, yeah, maybe you'll actually make some money if you do.
Yeah, maybe you might make some money. Oh, that is fucking funny.
You know, that's how you communicate with Dan. I mean, I think everybody should know that by now. That's just like normal speak, you know. It's like if you go to New York, you know, when Texans go to New York, they're like, "Damn, you guys are hostile," but they're really not. That's just how they talk to each other. You know?
Yeah, it's just how they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't move there or anything like that, but you know, it's just different. Just different. We just talk differently.
Just talk differently. It's just different personalities in that sense.
Our Father's Day conversations about the Father's Day gifts.
Yes.
And for once, I actually didn't slide a joke in here saying, "Well, I'm glad you didn't fall asleep this time. You know, you were here."
Well, now you bring it up.
I told you I'll do it every single time.
You do it every single time he's in a chat that I'm in or on a live, anything that he sees me in, it's, hey, somebody's awake.
Ken said, "Well, at least you have butter."
Mm-hmm. No, at least you'll have butter.
Yeah, I've been going through more butter lately than I usually do. Utility butter.
Yeah, the utility butter.
Yeah. Yeah, this is even more than I usually say. You know, it's somehow you just bring it out of me.
Oh, I'm happy to do that, Kerry. Happy to do that. Has everybody noticed that Kerry still hasn't removed the old logo from his background?
No. What are you talking about? I don't know why I haven't ordered a new banner. They're so cheap, you know. It's like, and I mean, I even know the guy like personally who makes them. You know, he has all my stuff. He has every single cent in oil and butter.
The funny thing is when I make the thumbnail for him to be on here, he chews my ass about using the new logo.
Yeah.
But then he's got the old logo sitting up there in his background.
I know. Every time I tell him, I'm like, dude, if you ever post a video with my old labels on it, you will drive my ADD through the roof. Yeah.
But it's okay.
No, I keep it there for historical reasons. You always got to look back at your past. And I will eventually replace it, but not. I'll just move it to a spot where you won't see it. I'll probably put it over here on this wall and put the new one up over here. Right. It's never going away. It's a part of history. Because that banner looks like Vato. Kerry loves it. Yeah, every day. Vato's my inspiration. Is Vato not even in here?
No, he's probably. If Dan is still going, I bet he's still in there.
Oh, is Dan still going? I'm sure he'll be. He's got quite a bit of stuff to give away.
Yeah, I assumed it was going to be a long stream for him.
Yeah. Let's see.
There was something.
Yeah. Oh, he's at the big mystery box giveaway. So yeah, he's coming to a close here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like how. Oh, there it is. I was wondering if I can do this somehow. So I've been trying to figure out how to do a little more with my YouTube stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can. Did that work? Did it pin the message?
Is it? What are you talking about? The one scrolling at the bottom of the screen?
No,
somebody else's message?
No, I pinned a message that I put in earlier that had your website on it. That I had posted earlier.
Oh, I'm on. I'm in StreamYard.
Yeah, so I am too. I'm just looking at. I have it running on the YouTube over here too.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to see if I could do it, and it worked. Good deal.
Sweet.
It just doesn't show up in. It doesn't show up in StreamYard for whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fucking reason.
Could never have two things that match: ham, no burger; cereal, no milk. Pinned on YouTube, not on StreamYard.
Not on StreamYard. Because if you try to do it on StreamYard, it only gives you put user in timeout or ban the user.
Yeah.
That's all I get. But at least it worked. So now you guys, none of you have any excuse not to go click on that link and then go use my code to order something from him.
Yeah.
He was whining earlier about he only had so many orders today.
Yeah, today was a little bit slow after the last month and a half. It's been balls to the wall, like I said. But but even we're always happy with what we get. It is what it is.
Hey, like I said, you could be one of those guys that gets one a week.
That would be risky, but I do remember those days. Everybody got to start somewhere.
That's true. That is true.
We've grown a lot over. I mean, we've been in business for 3.5 years. First year was tons of ups and downs. Release a new scent, everything is all good for a few months, and then it slowly starts to fade out, and just you get the highs and lows, and then you just eventually you start getting repeat customers, and people talk to each other, and it just grows. I mean, like I said, in Google,
yeah, you said 90% of your sales come from Google, don't they?
Yeah, I mean it's between 80 to 90 for sure. It used to be the exact opposite. I mean, back in the COVID era, like that was when social media, would would drive the sales. That's where everything, because I mean we can see the data where everything comes from. It it tells us who, I mean where they came from. So I mean, back during the COVID era, this community was huge, and everybody was at home growing beards and just ordering beard products all the time, Once that happened, then you kind of had to start thinking outside the box. But we've grown year over year, so that was the point, That's why we did it. I mean, that's why we do this. It wasn't just to create a great product. It was to be able to reach as many people as we can too. I mean, if you're in this chat and you're not following us on, IG or Facebook or TikTok, that's like one of the best things you can do, and interact with the, the post, like, comment, share, it works that way. But we figured out, and it wasn't so much like that. Facebook used to be great, man. Facebook ads and everything. And I'm sure there's companies that do fine with them, but the majority of them don't. It's kind of like just taking a bunch of cash and throw it in a trash can and lighting it on fire. Because I can't remember how long ago it was, a year or two ago, Apple changed everything when they wouldn't let you target people's interests anymore. And that's when I saw a decline and had to figure it out. Like that ad revenue is that ad spend is going to have to be transferred to something else now,
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that still do it. I still talk to business owners that still use Facebook ads and things like that. I've completely cut them out. I put all my revenue into Google. That's been pretty valuable, And like I said,
put it into your best assets.
Yeah. Yeah. There are companies who do very well with Facebook ads and things like that. But they're also spending a lot more, and so they're reaching a lot of people. It's just kind of changed the rules a little bit, but you will see like some of the people who even used to have big Facebook ads that, drove lots of revenue. You see them now and they don't have as much engagement on them as they used to. And it's not because nobody likes them anymore. It's because nobody's seeing it. That's the problem. Nobody sees it. That's gotten a little bit, tougher, but yeah, you just turn it into what works. Oh, thanks. Oh yeah. I didn't even see that. I used Sublime Blind for at least a week straight, which I never do. Yeah. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it for like 2 months straight. I can't put it down.
I've worn it the last 2 days.
Yeah, I mean it's really good, and I love Deep Blue too. That's a really good scent. Yeah, that was a creation between me and Mo, the bearded shark. But he works for a different company now. So, but we're still buds. But it's a great scent. I love it. I think Dan's frozen. He's frozen. It's just me. I'm hosting the show now. Let's take questions. I'll host it. Oh, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Dan's running upstairs right now to tell her to get off of streaming whatever she's streaming. And he's gone. All right. We have the Define Beard Co. show going tonight. Yeah, you're right, Dagan. Texas. He has resting day. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I stared at him for like at least 10 seconds, thinking it was just still him, but he was frozen. It was funny. Right now, he's trying to find the mouse that spins the wheel that keeps his internet going. Sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Dagan. Yeah, Chris, I came on here and just hijacked it. Any hints on what's coming closer to August? Yeah, I'll give you. I mean, let me see if I can say this right. One of them is one that we used to have. It's probably we've had to create a separate email box for it because of all the emails we get. I know there's people in here who probably know what it is, but it's a little bit different than what we normally do. Mark, no, Oud is no, it's not it. And the other one is brand new, and it's really tough to explain. If I gave you any of the ingredients with it, you would totally get it. It's not cologne like musky or anything like that. It's more of a fresher type scent. It's got something in it that's used in a lot of scents. I know, Chris, I've felt the pain of that, man. It's been so long, and I've worked with one of the largest fragrance manufacturers to get it into compliance, and it's taken a long time. It's just I don't want to just release something that's not exactly like it was the first time, even if it has to be adjusted a little bit to meet guidelines. It's going to have to still have the same strength and smell exactly the same. So I've been, we're on the 4th revision of it. I've got it sent back now, and I'm just waiting for them to get it to the percentage I want it to. And I'm pretty sure they'll have that nailed down in the next few weeks, and I'll get it, and hopefully it's the last one, and then we can start rolling along. I think I'm going to have labels made this week just to have right away, because then I'll have those, and if it is a good match, then I'll have to obviously get a ton of fragrance and get ready and get everything made. And then, the new one I really like. I mean, the newer one I really like just because it's so different from what we've ever done. It's just a really clean. I don't want to say aftershave, because aftershave has kind of a spiciness to it, but it's definitely something that is different from what we've ever done before. Yeah, Chris, man. I mean, thank you, Dagan. I've been trying so hard to get it back because it was a big seller, and that was a hard hit to take. But we've always followed the guidelines of what we need to follow, and we want to keep everybody safe. And even though we, sold that scent for 2 years, when the IFRA changed the amount of the percentages in all 3 of the fragrances in it, I was like, we have the best case study ever. We've sold hundreds and hundreds of bottles of this without a problem, and people love it and want to come back, but they just decided to change it anyway. Oh, he came back.
I don't know what happened. My internet just fucking went out.
I know. Well, you know how I have the whole technical, smart house and everything. I just hijacked you. I just took over your stream.
Well, I'm glad you at least just took it over and kept it going, and then I didn't have to restart everything.
I said you were going upstairs right now to yell at her for streaming whatever she's streaming.
No, it wasn't her. I went up and checked the router, and it was fucking basically off. The only thing that was still going was the power button.
Yeah, Chris, you're right, man. That 49th Amendment hit a lot of beard and cosmetic companies hard. ridiculous amounts of lowering percentages. I mean, just absurd. If they have some kind of data they can show us, that'd be great, and I'd listen to it. So far, they haven't really given any type of data to back what they did in the 49th Amendment. And so, you know, I could talk about this until I'm blue in the face, but I've blown my top about this before. I mean, when you realize you're going to have to ditch some top selling scents because of it, unless you can reformulate it, you know, but they make it so hard to reformulate it because you can use so much less. You have to start working with a professional to figure out how to mimic the smell of something. That's pretty much what it is, you know. A professional chemist knows how to do that, and you actually learn it a little bit as you do it, you know. I mean, I've done it by accident before. Mix 3 things together and said, oh my God, it smells just like this, you know. So it's like what's
going on, Curtis?
You just got to know, you know. So they definitely crushed a lot of people's scent lineups, and you know, so far we've recovered from it, and we're working on recovering from it even more. And we were never over. That's the whole thing, is like we followed their original guidelines. But when you say, you know, you can use up to 12% of one fragrance, which I'd never used 12%, but you know, they had one thing at 12% in the 48th Amendment, and the 49th Amendment, they have it at 0.5%. And you're like, well, you're not going to smell it.
No, you're not. There's no point in putting that in.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I've never put that much in, but I mean, even if you wanted to use 5% of it, it's like crap, you know. That's, what do? We just follow what they say. And even though it's not a law, you know, or anything like that, it is a guideline. But, you know, we also want to protect the consumer and protect ourselves as well. So we just follow what they say. I mean, we have everything. We have all the data sheets for everything that says, you know, how much we use and how much is allowed. And,
yeah, because you run the risk that if you do not, I mean, like you said, it's not a law, but it's also if somebody does have a reaction and then they decide to fucking sue you or something. Well,
yeah. No, it's just, you know, that's just not something we want to take a chance on. And so we just continue to do what we believe is right and follow those guidelines. And, you know, you have to start working with professional chemists and let them figure it out, you know. It's like,
right. Yeah. What's going on, Walter? Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
And Shade, you too, sir. How you doing? Good to see you.
Mark, I don't know if we're going to bring back a third scent and wash right now. We'll bring around the fur back in this next spring when we bring the whole thing back, because that's going to be that's a spring scent. So, I mean, that's the only reason why it's sold out now, because we've sold everything we got. And
what's going on, Scott?
We will bring that. But as far as like a permanent scent, because King's Bounty and Sublime Vibes are going to stay in the permanent lineup for the washes. So I don't know. I'd love to do all of them, you know, but I've got a lot of scents, you know, and I only have a few people working here. So
a few, he means him and his wife.
Exactly. And my son, if we go on vacation, my son will take over. But yeah, you know, so we keep it within our means, you know, right now. So, but I mean, even we'll have, I would say that we would probably have a third scent at least by next year, permanent scent in the wash line. The conditioner will always be unscented because that's just what it's for and doesn't need to be scented.
Doesn't need to be, yeah.
Yeah, it'll always be unscented. It's definitely the best conditioner you're ever going to use. Hey, what's up, Michael?
What's going on, Mike? Shade, it's another day on this fucking forsaken rock. So I guess we can count that.
Dan loves life. Just loves it.
Every miserable minute of it.
I know. If there's one guy that I can just complain and be just a total asshole to about, like, stuff that happens during the day, it's Dan.
Yep.
He's like, "Why are you dumping this crap on me, man?" I'm like, "Because, like, we're just like, we're the same, you know?"
You're supposed to understand.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dan gets to hear about everything, man. Like any type of customer service issue that irks me.
He wants to, because he wants to see if I feel the same exact way he does. He just can't voice it, but I can.
Yeah. You have to be very, you have to tread lightly on some things, but yeah, some of the, I mean, we don't get them all the time, but it just, when we do get a negative email or something, man, it's always way over the top. And I'm just like, man, people like this exist, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. And it only gets worse too.
Mm-hmm. And most of the time it's my wife, she handles the customer service side of things. But like I said, if it gets like really bad, if you start getting vulgar, she'll like forward it to me and show it to me, and then
how do we deal with this guy?
Yeah.
How you doing, Mike?
Doesn't happen very often. Very rare. It's just the one time it does. It's just like, look at this. This is crazy. Like, am I wrong for thinking this?
Fuck this guy. Unfortunately, as a business owner, you can't, voice that opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends. Like, I've only had one person.
What's up, Travis?
I've only had one customer in the 3.5 years I've been in business where I've said never again, just because he was extremely vulgar in the emails. He was talking to Jana and he started being really sexist, about it. I'm not even like, me, I'm from Texas. So, I usually don't let stuff like that get to me, but I was like, who emails a company and talks like that to the customer service rep,
Right.
And so, I mean, maybe you do, I don't know, but I've never like cussed out Dixon or anything like that, I order a lot of stuff online and I just can't ever remember talking to even if there was a problem with the order, if they forgot something or whatever, I'm just like, I guess maybe because I'm a business owner, I know shit happens,
Right.
and so it's like, hey man, you left this off, and just let me know if you can ship it to me again. They always go, yeah, sure. Yeah, that too, man.
This is the biggest thing. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember when that, like 2 years ago, was real big. It's not, and we have safeguards in place for that now, but you can kind of tell when someone's fishing for something, for free stuff,
Yeah.
If you tell somebody, if somebody says they don't like something and you tell them to, send us the bottle back, and when we get the bottle, we'll refund you. And you get the bottle and it's got like a quarter left in it, and it's like, you didn't even try, you didn't even try. Just weird things like that, but not so much anymore. I mean, with us, and if anybody ever has a problem with their order, like if something breaks, or I mean, we're in Texas, so if you order butter from us, there's a really good chance it's going to be melted when you get it. If it's not completely melted, because it is 100 to 105 degrees here, and it drops, USPS picks it up here and then drives around with it all day. They pick it up about 10:30 in the morning. He doesn't go back to the hub until like 5. So it's been in a hot truck all day, and then it's going to go in another hot truck and blah, 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 wash, rinse, repeat. And if it's not melted, then you got lucky, and sometimes it'll melt just enough to make it to where it might get gritty, and then you have to melt it again, and then it gets, put it in the freezer, and then it's smooth again. But right now I think next week it's going to get back in the hundreds, but right now we're in the low 90s, so that's about cool. It's still fine. I actually, obviously, I don't contact customers and say, "Did your butter melt?" They'd usually contact us if it did, But like my sister uses the King's Bounty beard butter as just a moisturizer for her skin, and I sent her one, and she's in Houston, so it's just as hot and humid as it is here, And I asked her if it melted, and she said, "No, it's perfectly fine." I was like, "Cool, well, that's a good thing." Because yeah, if there's ever a problem with anybody's order, we always take care of it. If we can't find you something else that you like, if the blend didn't work for you, then we give you your money back. But
what's going on, JP? Richard, good to see you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. Same with you, Don.
I ordered a Stranger Beards from Chris at True North.
Yeah, just gonna highlight that one.
Yeah, I don't use very many companies. In fact, God, Chris, I think you're going to be the first one I've used in a long time that wasn't the Bearded Mac. Chris and I both have each other's stuff. Chris at the Bearded Mac, and I forgot what stream I was in. They were talking about Stranger Beards being a really cool scent and the butter being really good. And so I said, yeah, I'll try it. I don't mind. I've got what have I ordered from new companies lately? I ordered Grindstone. Really just the Bearded Mac. Yeah, I haven't. I order Beard Octane as well. I like the what's it called? Downshift, the oatmeal vanilla. I think that's what it is. But I use my stuff 98% of the time.
Of course.
Yeah. Last night I wore Ace of Fades. I like to for bedtime. I do like to wear the lighter scents instead of the cologne scents. I mean, sometimes I'll wear cologne scents to bed, but for the nighttime, I like to wear sweeter, lighter, maybe even fruity stuff.
I only put butter in, and it's always unscented.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I use unscented every now and then. Sometimes you do just get kind of burned out on a scent, or even just trying to figure out one. Like, oh, what am I going to wear tonight? And it's like, screw it. I mean,
there's a lot of times where I've gone a couple days without putting anything in my beard. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird. If I skip one night of butter, the next morning, my beard's not like dry and crispy or anything. Our oil holds up pretty well. But I just can notice when I get in the shower and get my beard wet that it just feels a lot like drier, Yeah. Next night I'm always like, I got to figure out not to forget to wear butter tonight, So, but no, I'm excited to try Chris's butter. I've heard good things, and
I've heard that's his prize winner.
Yeah, that's
the butter.
No olive oil looks better sitting on shelves than Kerry's. Cool, thanks, JP. That's awesome. That was. I mean, I guess that was the third iteration, because when we first started, it was just the plain logo with the pictures of everything. Yeah, like the lemon cake and stuff like that. Yeah, the controversial lemon cake on the label, because like Distinguished Caballero was like a badge or something, like a sheriff's badge. Like all our stuff was like edgy. Then we had a lemon cake that was in color because everything else was black and white. And then we went to that back there where we have Bearded Vato as our mascot. On all our old labels, and they were just plain black and white. And we did some consulting with people and Dan C. And we brought, me and my wife had like 3 ideas. I hired 3 designers and was like, I'm picking one of y'all, And
what's going on, Chris?
Hey, Chris. So we picked 2 out of the 3 that we said, okay, we like this one. And then we showed them to them, and they picked the one we liked. And we were like, good. Now we don't have to fight about it because that's the one we wanted. So, and then we went from there. Oh, yes. Wow. I remember when we used to do 4-ounce butters, and we did them in glass jars, and they weighed like 10 pounds. Yeah, and then they break. You know how many? My first year, I replaced so many butters. Yeah, the first label that had color. That was like everybody was talking about it. Like, why'd you do color? Why'd you do color? And it's thanks, Chris. I was like, dude, it just needed. It was lemon cake. Who wants a black ink lemon cake? It wouldn't look as good.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, if you're grabbing some Define, see that code scrolling on the bottom?
It works.
It works. It's a usable one. Just throwing that out there.
It's weird because, like, as a company owner, when you're buying from another company, and this is different. Like, that's just how I don't know. I know a few others that are like this because when they buy from me, they don't do this either. But whenever I'm as a beard company owner, whenever I'm buying from another company, I don't use any codes. I give them full price. I give them what they're worth, just as a way to say, this is how it should be. I'm paying you for what you're doing, and but if it was a company that like wasn't beard related or whatever, I'd use a coupon or a discount code in a heartbeat.
Fuck that. I'm broke. I'm using a code if I can find one.
if somebody like, I don't know, Dixon or Sig Sauer has a 20% off, discount code, I'll use it. But for the most part, I try not to as much as possible, but there's nothing wrong with it. Dan's works. Use his.
Yep, exactly. Use mine.
Yeah, 2-ounce butters it seemed to be the sweet spot for us. Everybody kind of likes it because, and they're in plastic now, so it helped us out in shipping. It made everything lighter. Like before, if you ordered if you ordered 2 combos from us, it bumped it into the priority mail range. Now you can order 2 combos and it's still in first class because it's so much lighter.
Yeah, it's all based on the weight. So.
Yeah. And so that helped tremendously. And and then having, free shipping at $75, that was a game changer.
Hey, the shitbag's here now.
There he
finally.
Is. Well, he's been here the whole time.
Right.
He just hasn't really said anything,
Oh, but I agree with him with like 2-ounce. See, I've been doing this for coming up on 4 years now. I have a ridiculous amount of products, period. Out of all the products I have, butters, I have only come slightly close to finishing one butter. Out of everything I have not fully finished a butter in the 4 years that I've been doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, even with mine, I think I've got. God, this is gonna make some people mad, but I think I still have a Distinguished Caballero 4-ounce that still probably has at least an ounce or 2 in it.
What's going on, Archie? How you doing, sir? Man, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, I haven't seen you well either. Yeah, I actually haven't been on one of these streams in a while. I try to stay low. That's why everybody hates me, because I don't talk enough.
Was mine the last one you were on?
Was it?
I don't recall ever seeing you on.
No, because I kind of took a break from these things for a while, but there wasn't. There's really not a whole lot of live. Well, Michael Brewer's in here. He could at least ask me on to the Beard of Respect sometime. Are we
Brewer?
Are we boycotting me or what? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I used to be on them all the time. Man, a year or two ago it was crazy, but there was just so many more. Right now there's not a whole lot anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
We've done Commands Corner many times. I guess probably 2 or 3 times this year so far, but you're not on it. You're not actually on it. That's a little different.
you're more like sponsoring almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I think it was. I think yours might have been the last one. Look at that. You got exclusive rights to Define Beard Company.
You're goddamn right. It's the only way it should be.
Yeah. I did so many. What was it in 2022? No, 2021. Man, probably about the first part of 2022. I did a bunch of live streams, man, and you do get burned out on them after a while, but you also don't want to just disappear.
Right.
I'm one of those guys that's open to doing any of them, really, to tell you the truth. I don't ask. You have to ask me.
Right.
Kerry
is so bougie. It's you need to ask me.
It's just it's like me inviting myself to your party, without you even inviting me first. It's your show. You got to invite me, not me invite myself.
Yeah, Becky. He's saying he hasn't been invited on the Respect yet. He's wondering what the fuck is going on. Where's Scott? Where's Brewer? They were in here.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they disappeared. Yeah, no, I think that's one of the, I haven't been on there, but, probably I think Ken is going to be doing live streams again on Wednesdays. So you'll probably see me on there again sometime.
Yeah, because you got Dan on Mondays. You got Cruz on Tuesdays and Chris, but nobody really fucking cares. Wednesday.
Who's this blueberry mofo?
What's going on, Daniel?
What's up, Daniel? It's the Muffin Man.
But you got Cruz and Chris on Tuesdays. Then you got Wednesdays. You got Beard Advice, and then now you're gonna have Ken doing his. Thursdays you got the Respect. And then you got us on the commission.
Oh, you know what? After yours, I was on the Bearded Accountant.
Oh, I forgot about Ken the Accountant. That's right.
Yeah, because he loves Lemon Delight too. And he was, I did do that one. Yeah, and so that was pretty much the last one. My situation over the last month and a half. I've been having to do just about everything myself right now. Until my wife is completely healed. So I've been just crazy. I mean, if Dan could only show you the messages, at the end of the night when I'm like venting for no reason about anything that has anything to do with him at all. You know what I mean?
Anytime I see the little message saying Define Beard Co. and it's a message from that, it's like, fuck.
I give him all the old man messages like, dude, my back is killing me. My knees are hurting. I had to bottle this many oils today and label them. And I had to make this.
I had to walk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I had to get up to turn the light off. It was ridiculous,
It's fucking funny, though. See, Walter, Chris from True North, nobody even knows what the fuck he looks like.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
Nobody has. He hasn't been on a live stream, nothing. I'm starting to wonder if he's a real person.
AI is making his Oils
AI. Yeah, Ken invited me onto his show on the 19th, I believe. I have it written down.
What did Daniel say here?
Where?
Shade Carpenter. Today was rough. Wasn't allowed to see Dad. I guess maybe something happened to Daniel's dad. Sorry, Daniel. I'm not in on the story, so I don't want to speculate.
I'm not either. So I don't speculate either. I just kind of left him alone to, see. I know some people, it's nice to reach out to them when they're having a hard time and whatnot, and something, whatever's happening, just to reach out and, hope you're doing well. But I know when I was going through what I was going through, I don't want to fucking hear from nobody.
Yeah.
So it's one of those rock and hard place. Do I reach out and say something, or do I just let him be? So
yeah,
I know there's something going on with his family, but I don't know what.
Well, I hope he gets it all worked out, and
Nope.
Looking out for you, man. I'm a 6'3", Chris.
He has done IG lives, but I only hear his voice. He doesn't have the phone or the camera flipped to him.
Speaking of IG lives, no, not IG lives. I guess I was thinking about IG reels. You still haven't made one of those, have you?
Oh, here we go. Oh.
I have a hard time letting things die,
Yeah, apparently. But you also have to realize I haven't done any of that shit for a while.
I know.
I haven't done anything on TikTok since March. And I haven't done a reel. I did that one reel for Daniel with for Pipe Layer, the 30-second one that I did.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I recycled some of my old stuff from TikTok, but that's about it. Otherwise, I haven't had the drive, I guess you could say, or the creativity to do anything on TikTok or on Reels, because, TikTok fucked me there for quite a while.
Yeah. Gary.
Hey, what's going on, Gary?
What's up, Gary? JP still making Vine. Man, Vine was the best. Oh, God. If there was still Vine, it would be awesome.
There was a Vine that actually, it came up as a reel, but it was a Vine from way back in the day of this chick that they're driving in a car, and this chick is eating ice cream with like this really long ass spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And the driver taps the brakes a little bit, and she fucking deep throats that fucking spoon.
I've seen that. Oh my God. Vines were the best.
Oh man, I laughed so hard.
So what corporation ruined that and bought it and got rid of it? There's no way it went under. That was like one of the best video platforms ever. There was some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen on Vine.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Obviously some company bought it and then just shut it down. Maybe Facebook did.
TikTok is a scary place around 3 a.m. I'm sure it is, man. We've tried a little bit to get our TikTok going, but we're still not to 1,000 followers yet. If you have TikTok, follow us at Define Beard Co.
There you go, plug.
Yep, we try to.
What's going on, John?
We try to put as much content as we can on TikTok. We put a couple of things lately, nothing big. We need to do more. I don't know. Dan knows how I feel about all that stuff.
Kerry loves TikTok.
I hate being behind the camera, man. I'm in front of the camera, but you kind of have to sometimes. And we were doing it a lot for a while there, but started interfering with production, and I was like, man, I can't do this all day, But we did put out a video yesterday, just random stuff, labeling bottles. We'll try.
This is the biggest truth about TikTok now. He's right.
I mean, I believe that. It's a bunch of e-girls.
I mean, we ranted about it last night on the commission for a good half an hour.
Yeah, y'all got. I was into the conversation. Then y'all really got into politics, and I kind of left it alone. You know, just like you said, being a business owner, you just kind of stay out of that stuff.
Yeah,
we all have our opinions, but I was like, this is so awesome listening to all of y'all go at it. It was hilarious. Tryon and Dan.
Chris, you get paid to do it. Shut up.
I mean, it's always good to show yourself. I don't really like to give too much away, and I'm not. I've had my spotlight before, and I didn't really want it in this. I just wanted my company to speak for itself and me stay in the background.
It looks too damn perfect, Walter, to be real. I'm sorry, I'm skeptic. Well, people like to, you said you like to be on the back and have the company speak for itself, but people love the engagement with the company owners. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've told you that, a lot of people have, not a lot, but there's some people who have a different view on us because I don't talk as much, and it has nothing to do with me not liking anyone or anything like that. It's just that I'm so focused on what I'm doing, and I talk to the people that I talk to, I mean, who that is. And it doesn't have anything to do with anyone. It's just, I get pretty busy sometimes, and a lot of times, and it's hard to answer everyone. I don't know how Dan C does it. He answers everyone, and I'm like, I can't. I'm not built like that.
He's a people person.
Yeah, be my first affiliate. Sure, yeah. It's always open.
See, yeah, it's one of those things when you get the engagement with the company owners and stuff, it still makes you feel like you're not just a number, Yeah,
no, not at all. I mean, and don't think we don't notice when we see, the same names come across packing lists. It's like, hey, he's ordering again. Cool, I remember that guy.
Yep. And then he writes a dirty message on your fucking packing slip.
Yeah. Yeah. It all depends on who it is.
Once he gets comfortable with you, you'll start getting, drawings of dicks and stuff on your packing slip.
Yeah, it really does depend. We have to be really careful. I'm always like, make sure that is this person and not this guy, because I've never heard of this guy before.
Somebody might get offended.
Yeah, exactly. We try not to write on the packing slips too much, but there's sometimes we just can't resist. We just, all depends on who you are. Harry Kerry. Oh, wait, no. Dan's right on that. It's not going to be like that. Stripper makes you believe they're actually interested in you before the 2-for-1 dance. That's perfect. That is perfect. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, no, I don't mind talking to anyone. Never have. Just always been my personality, just to keep to myself and run my business and not put my opinions out there too much. If I don't like you, I won't follow you. I won't talk to you. It's just pretty much how it is. If I like you, I'll talk to you. I'll follow you. Once or twice a month, I'll go through our list of people who are following us that we're not following back. And, it's kind of weird when people think about this, but as a company owner, I actually do this. I'll go and, if I see who's following me and I'm not following them back, I'll look at their profile, see if they're sane, basically, because you know how IG is.
Yeah, make sure they're not a bot.
Follow them back, and I'll pick a certain amount and follow them. And I actually did that yesterday. Somebody had been following us for months and months and months, and I didn't realize it, and I followed him back, and he immediately messaged me and was like, "Hey, thanks for following me back." I was like, I feel so bad, but you just can't keep up with it.
No, sometimes you just can't keep up with it. I know, like when my TikTok fucking blew up, and there were a couple days there there were a couple videos that I had that I got 10,000 fucking followers in a matter of a couple days. And I was like, cool. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking follow everybody back,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is like, when you're following back, it's like, do I really want to see whatever this person's doing on my feed every day? And you try to keep it to business as much as possible. And some of it's just like, no, this isn't really anything I want to look at every day.
Yeah, but I don't really care to see this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you unfollowed me.
That was an accident.
You got fucking tired of seeing what I was posting, huh?
Yeah. No.
Which was nothing.
We're pretty cool with that. We try to follow back. We're trying to do it a little bit more now. We used to be really engaged in the community, and it's such a small community. That's what people don't realize is, you as a beard company, you can't live off this beard community. It ain't gonna work that way. There's just not enough people to go around. You gotta market yourself in other ways. But over the years, we've gained and lost followers, and that's just how it works.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's social media in a nutshell, really.
Oh yeah. And you can't get, the last thing you want to do is get worried about it, because when you lose some followers, they could have been bots that one of the social media sites scrubbed off. It wasn't somebody who said, "Oh, screw these guys, I don't want to follow them anymore." It was somebody that was following you that wasn't real in the first place. You don't want those anyway. So those don't help your algorithm at all. So, we look through that too as well and try to clean up anything, if Sarah Big Booty 968 follows us, and we look at it, and it's 100 different pictures of 100 different girls in bikinis, and she has 6 followers. Yeah, she's probably not real. So, you get rid of that one. Unless you want to look at the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just,
How does Kerry keep his beard looking very good and healthy? Well, I mean, to start, if you want to know my daily routine, I use, right now I'm using Sublime Vibes beard wash every day. And then I'll use oil. And just like everybody else, I don't put butter in the day. I just use oil during the day. And at night, I will just, before I go to bed, take a little mister, get the beard just a little bit wet and kind of damp it, just kind of touch a little bit, then put in some butter and go to bed. And that's the whole routine. And I mean, of course, occasionally I'll use an Aberlite Pro, because I do happen to sell those, which we're out of right now. We're just waiting on our shipment to come in. But I'll use one of those every now and then. And then I'll use conditioner once a week, twice a week, depending on what I did. Who's this Sarah Big Booty chick? I'll send you her IG.
Fucking rich.
You'd be surprised, man. I got a bunch of them, especially in like the ones that get trapped in the spam folder on IG or whatever, the requests or whatever.
The requests.
I never look in it ever look in it. So if you're legit and I have never messaged you, I'm sorry, because it might be in there, but I'll open it up every now and then just to look, and it's just all those, just as like a booty here, hot, in a bikini here, barely any clothes. And I'm like, yeah, they don't have a beard, so I'm just not really seeing how I'm ever going to accept this.
I don't know why this is relevant to me.
It's great to look at, I guess, but other than that, it's not going to do my business any good. Hey,
what's going on, Andrew?
Andrew,
haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, he's trying to get back in it. He placed an order the other day. He's another one that's completely heartbroken that the IFRA crushed Distinguished Caballero.
I did not get to experience that.
I think that's one you would have loved. Like I said, it was cedar, tobacco. It was backwoods, like you, for sure. And it had a whiskey in it, or bourbon, vanilla.
See, Ifrah crushed everything that I would have liked. Damn it.
It's in the. Actually, I'll pack it up tomorrow, Gary. Just send me your address.
Oh, what's going on, Dean?
Andrew, yeah, he says he still cries about Distinguished Caballero. Oh man, the good old days. That was probably the closest to a tobacco woods bourbon experience, like sitting on the patio, puffing on a cigar, smelling the cedar trees.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'll try a different iteration of it, sometime. It was just one of those things.
I mean, the majority of your scents are cologne based, or something along those lines. You don't really have like a woodsy, earthy outdoor kind of scent.
Yeah, and thanks for bringing that up. And no, I'm kidding. No, I've told you about this. I'm going to do one for you this winter, so I'm going to do one for you. And it'll just be woods.
Fuck yeah.
It's just going to be woods. No cologne, no nothing else. So, I mean, you can message me and tell me what you want in it, and I'll put it in it.
Wait, what?
I said you can message me and tell me what you want in it, and I'll make it.
What, like a collab type thing?
I mean, if you want, sure, yeah, we can do that too. I know that you want a woodsy cologne. I mean, you want a woodsy scent from me, so
I have been whining about it. Yes,
yeah, I mean, okay, everybody in the chat here, are you into woodsy scents? Just woodsy, nothing else added to it.
What's going on, Eric? Yeah, okay. How many of you that are in the chat right now, let's hear it. How many of you like woodsy, earthy, outdoorsy scents? Ouds, woods, dirt, cow shit.
Oh, Mark, no, hell no. Wintertime, make it just like a seasonal thing, I like my woody unscented. Chris likes
a few. I see a few. See oud and pine. Yeah, there you go.
But oud is not woodsy. You can't count that as woodsy.
I do like oud though. I love oud though.
Yeah,
and Mark, I'm gonna fucking time you out for saying no.
Woodsy, absolutely. I mean, it's funny because if you think about it, like you go into like all the like big box stores, and like every
YouTube
oil,
Walter.
every oil in a big box store is just about like pretty much like pine or cedar. It's just wood. You know what I mean? Or the dollar beard oil club or whatever it is, you know. They send you just a bottle of just pine and cedar and woods, and then that's it. And so, I mean,
That's what Sean did that to me. I kind of bitched to him too about not having a woodsy, earthy outdoor scent. And he said, "You know what? I'll make you one. I'll make you one." And he sent me a bottle, and all it is cedar and sandalwood. He's like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So this is what you get.
Oh no. Yeah, you know, I mean, it is, the people do like it. I get that, you know. I mean, I've just stuck to I guess everybody has a certain style, you know, but like I said, this other newer one that's coming out closer to August, or maybe in August, it's definitely not something we've done before, and I'm pretty proud of that one. So, but as far as woods go, I just haven't done it, but I know there's plenty of people who have, you know.
I definitely love those types
What
of scents.
what's are you using any woodsy scents right now?
Well, lately I've been using Sublime Vibes, and then there's a couple from Bay Area that I've been using, but they're not really woodsy. There's the one is more like a incense kind of scent, which is quite nice. I do like that. A lot of oud stuff lately.
Everybody, man, oud was like all the rage about a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, I know it was like on some of the polls that guys were putting up. What's the most overused scent? And
Yeah.
basically everybody was saying fucking oud.
Yeah, I mean, you can only use it so much. I mean, it's good if you use it right. It's great, but everything had oud in it for a while, and it was just like, wow, man, come on now, let's hold back. I had one that had oud in it, and I can't even remember what it is.
And I really love oud too. I don't care how many people say it's overused and it's, you know, overrated. Da 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 da. I love it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Walter.
Fall classic. This was fall classic, and I kept this label because I'm still going to try to get this one IFRA compliant. Here's one of the old labels, man.
Of what? Fall Classic?
You never had that?
No, I never had that.
It was bergamot, oud, cedarwood, neroli blossom, and French vanilla.
So when you bringing that back?
I have to work on that because it's not compliant anymore. So
that's okay. You can just send me a bottle of it.
Well, it's gonna have. I'm gonna use the same company that's helping me out with the other one.
Well,
I just haven't done it yet because it's not close to. I mean, it's a fall type scent, you know. Private Reserve was. I don't
he wants to know if it's IFRA done now too.
You mean like, is it now compliant?
Or is it done because of IFRA?
Yeah, it's done. It's done completely. But I'm going to do another coffee scent that it's not going to be the same, but it's not going to be too far off. It's kind of hard to do that. Yeah, Fall Classic was a good one. I loved it too, man. I don't even know if I have the base ingredients to make it.
See, I agree with you on that there, Ken. It cannot be overdone. I got voodooed. You know, Voodoo Men's Craft did their voodooed with like 5 different ouds in it. I fucking love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on what oud you're using, because oud can be expensive. You know, if you're using.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. But it's also pretty pungent, so you can use it sparingly. You know.
You only need like a drop or two.
Yeah. So, it's just I loved Fall Classic, man. It was such a good scent. It was just like, I mean, that's really the only one I used oud in before, and it's not oud heavy, but you could still smell it because it's, the second down the line. Damn, I would sign 100% waiver to get it. I wish they had those, man. We also have to, I mean, a lot of people, I don't know if they know this, but we also have to register with the FDA by 2024.
Well, that's that. What the fuck did they call it? Yeah, the Mokra thing.
Yeah, which is no problem. It's no big deal, but you have to list everything you have, and all that stuff. And they're coming. It's just, I think we've talked about this before. About it's kind of like how the vape industry thought they were safe, and the FDA showed up. And eventually, when they realize that the money isn't going to them anymore, or what was never going to them.
Yep.
Then they regulate it so they can get some money out of it. And that's coming to the beard industry, coming to a beard industry near you.
Yep. If they can get their fingers in it, they're going to want to.
Yeah. They're going to want to, there's no guarantee, but they're going to, they may do a pop inspection on you. And if you're not 100% up to speed and you don't have all your ducks in a row, then they can shut you down. It may not be forever, but it may be until you get yourself back into compliance with them again. When companies kill citizens, are they being proactive to avoid? Yes. No, not IFRA initiating items being discontinued. It's to take care of the customer and ourselves. It's a CYA thing. Like the scents have been that's what I talked about this earlier. The scents have been tried and proven to not cause any problems because, like I said, we had something that sold for 2 years and people are still begging for it, and it's never had one single problem. So we know that what it was set at was safe and never had a problem. So now it's just one of those things where we are not only covering ourselves, we want to make sure that everybody else is safe just in case they found out something we don't know. Like I said it earlier in the stream, they haven't shown anybody any data of what their reasoning was, that they don't have to, but it would be nice to know, like, hey, this guy got his face burned off, or something like that. It's like, well, God, thanks for letting us know. Now we know it's legit. But right now it just looks like they're just trying to take small businesses, crush them a little bit
and squeeze them.
Yep. And so the big guys can just kind of take over because they have the professional chemists that can make things to a certain percentage and still smell a little bit strong enough, and right now that's what we are paying to do. Work with a professional. Yeah. That's all you can do. I mean, I make everything myself. I always have. But once the whole 49th Amendment came out is when I had to start working with someone else to fix that. Some can't be fixed. They just flat out said it's just not possible. We can't do it. Some of them, they said we can. And luckily it's one of our most, probably one of the favorite ones out of all those. You can send them to Georgia and they want to make the same scent where it's in IFRA standards. Yeah, Shade. It's interesting you say that because where we send them is in Georgia.
Well, being he's starting his own company, he probably knows the company you're sending them to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one of the biggest, and I've trusted them with everything so far, and they do a great job. And that's what they do. They help out small businesses that need the help, and it's completely 100% safe.
And there's no shame in asking for the help either.
No, and the good thing is you own your own scent. I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's yours. You know what I mean? I'm not. Once I make a scent and I send it to be manufactured, I'm ordering King's Bounty. You know what I mean? I'm not ordering 4 or 5 different fragrances and making the batches myself. order it from them after they've made it for me. And that's just how it's just easier that way. It's all about productivity, and that cut down on a whole lot of things, man. I didn't have to make the batches of fragrance anymore. It was now all I got to do is grab the batch of fragrance and make the oil, with the carrier blend. So, I mean, that's a good lesson for younger companies to learn is, do it until you can't do it anymore. That's pretty much how it is. I had no problem making all my batches myself, all the fragrance batches, just the fragrance itself. I had no problem making that. When motion sensor, I had no problem doing that when we were smaller, when we first started. But 3.5 years later, we've grown to where it has to be that way. I mean, I have to cut time off as much as I can, and so that's how I did it. And like I said, sometimes they can do it and sometimes they can't. They'll just flat out tell you. I've had one that I sent off multiple times, revise it, send it back to me, revise it. Couldn't get it to the right percentage, and I just said, forget it. It's done. Just move on. I mean, that's all you.
Well, you'd rather them do that than constantly send you something that's they're saying it's what you want, and it's no, it's not.
Yeah. It's just it gets frustrating sometimes, and it's just unfortunately they have to follow the guidelines too, but they know how to do things differently. Like I said, they can mimic certain things and they know how to bring that up, and it's not something that could be done here because I don't have that type of machinery. I mean, it's all chemistry based and computer based and things like that. So yeah, Chris says it too. We nerd out on the IFRA stuff. You just have to, man. It's like
it's a crucial part of your business.
You can't ignore it. I've heard people say, who cares? These guys are doing this, or just, they're overreacting and things like that. And it's like, you clearly don't run a business, and you have no insurance and business insurance, and that's not how it works. I mean, we have to, no matter if something's a law or not, we still have to follow it. Follow the guidelines. And I know I haven't had a water in an hour and a half. Holy crap. I said we were going to go an hour.
You just get talking, Kerry, and you just can't help it.
I know. Yeah, just people started, it just kind of bums me out thinking about all these scents that I don't have anymore just because I, can't get them to where it needs to be, because of something that's out of my hands. Well, Kerry do like classy. Maybe assy. I don't know about the classy.
Every time E sees me in anything, any live stream, anything, he's calls me the classiest man alive. And he knows it's true.
Kerry's a freaking animal. Let him go. Man, I want to give everybody all their favorite scents, I mean, that was a big letdown, but do you think there are companies that are well known that are scared? Oh yeah. I'm not going to go deep into it. I know of some, and so that's their prerogative, I mean, that's their choice. If that's how they want to run their business, go right ahead. I just wouldn't do it that way. I don't know. Pretty much. That's like perfect. I mean, now that I think about it,
It's very true.
Yeah.
You might, in order for it to actually be a legit label, though, you might have to put that little asterisk or whatever it is where the U is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll look into the woodsy thing, Every time you're alive.
Only for you, E.
He's a dirty freak behind the scenes. Yeah. No, I wish I could speak on other companies that aren't doing things, but it's not my business to speak on it. And I'm not going to, I guess. I mean, it's just, if there's companies out there that are doing it, then that's their prerogative and they can do it.
Like, I mean, it's no skin off your ass, if it goes on the wrong direction for them.
It's not my attorney that's going to be getting a phone call. You know what I mean? So it's like, let them deal with it. If they want to risk it, go right ahead. I mean, I said it before that although I know I have a scent that sold for 2 years straight with no problems and people still begging for it, could I, sell it now? Yeah. If I was going to break the guidelines, and
yeah, if he wanted to break the guidelines, I mean, sure, he could. But all that would happen is it would take that one fucking guy, guy to ruin the whole thing.
Yep. My attorney calls that the one guy rule. He said you can guarantee that if you cut corners on everything, there will be one guy that says something about it. And so we don't cut corners on anything, and we just leave it at that.
And half the time, it's the guy don't have any problems with anything. He just wants to start shit.
Yeah,
that's normally the reason too.
Yeah, we it happens, but for the most part, running, being in this business it's a lot of everything's usually positive. I mean, every business has to deal with crap, no more than the other. Yeah. I mean, you never know. It seems like that might be the case.
Well,
Kerry, make them sign a waiver. I wish we could. I mean, I don't know if you could or not, but that would be cool to have it on the website. Like you have to just
you have to e-sign,
digitally sign. Yeah, Yeah, speaking of signing things, I won't bring that up. But we'll just
I thought about that before the show. Even I was like, God damn it!
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know, but Dan, I know I still have to figure out how my fucking printer works.
Dan knows the way I run business is like to a T.
He was like a fucking tight ship. Tight ass motherfucker.
Yeah, we're not even talking about like products or anything. We're talking about the back end, like
back end shit.
Yeah, paperwork and accounting and stuff like that. It's not me, man. It's my accountant and my wife. They're the ones who are on me. They're like, you have to have this form on file, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, it's fine.
I guess.
So I just just do it just to CYA. We all know how the IRS is right now.
Yeah.
And we won't, like I said, I don't get political, but the IRS is a little more aggressive right now. We'll just put it like that,
Yep.
So we try to just have everything just in case. Yeah. The boring stuff. It's good that people get to hear this kind of stuff because it's not all just pushing bottles of oil and butter into into a bubble mailer and sending it out. There's just so much more that goes on behind it, even behind making the products. And when you're a small company, one or two people end up having to deal with all of it, and so, but we like it, we enjoy it, and we've grown from it. So you just what you do is you just bust your ass all day and then complain to Dan all night on IG.
Yep, that's exactly what you should do. You want to start a business, bust your ass all day, and then find me somewhere and bitch to me all night about
it. Yeah. That's how it goes. Well, man, you wanna give something away and cut it off, or what?
Hey,
Have I bored you to death with the technicalities of the beard business?
no, not at all. If you want to give something away, that's up to you. It's your company, your business, your product.
I don't know, man. I don't know where to get anything to give away, but I guess I'm no, you can. No, you can give away oil and butter of choice. It can
Oil
be
and butter of choice.
it can be both the same or mix and match, whatever you want to do.
All right. I'll pull up a number generator here. Okay.
Big Stu, not 90 minutes in.
Yeah, I know. Last week, yeah, that was.
Did you do that last week or something?
Oh, I had Tim from Valhalla Beard and Body on, and we were at about an hour. We were right about this time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way," I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I put together a code for your stream for you," and I'm like, we're just about to cut it off. Why didn't you fucking tell me that in the beginning?
Damn! Wow, wow, that's a classic.
It was fucking funny. But Tim has never done any like YouTube or anything like that. So he was
Smart guy.
Oh, let's see. How many people were in here? 27? Okay.
Is there really?
Yep.
I thought there'd be like 6. They're just waiting for the giveaway.
Yeah, they're waiting for the giveaway.
21.
Once we do this, it'll be down to fucking 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mark already ordered.
Let's go with all right. I'm going to put it so I'm not lying. Kerry's going to know the number.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you want an oil and butter of choice, you can either mix match, you can combo it from Defined. I have a number for you, and it is between, well, if you get fucking prioritized, I don't want to hear you bitch, okay?
Is Vato in here to do that?
I'm going to put some dots in the chat. Okay. The number is between 20 and 40. Go. Somebody misheard. Oh, people.
What did Chris enter? What did he put?
Where the hell? Yeah, where was Chris? Jesus.
He forgot to put the other number.
I don't see the number yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Nope. I might end up having to dumb it down.
Damn. There's one close.
There's one close. Yes, I saw that one. Actually, there was 2 close.
Yeah.
I'll give you another 30 seconds. And then I'm going to have to fucking redo it. All right. You're going to have to stop. I'm going to have to do it again. Now I'm going to have to take it down. I'm going to do it this way. Put it in the chat for you there, Kerry. What the fuck was it again? Okay.
All right.
You got it?
Yep.
All right. I'm putting the dots back in the chat again, and I'll tell you when to go. The number is between 20 and 35. Go. I would have laughed if I would have put the fucking number in the chat accidentally.
That's what I was just thinking that.
Okay.
Another one so close.
And look at that. 2 of you picked the fucking first number. Oh.
This is funny.
What is this fucking pi number, Ken?
3.14. Chris.
11 billion. That's a good guess, Chris. That's a good guess. Apparently nobody wants your fucking shit, Kerry.
I know, man. Wow. Maybe we should just make it like 1 through 10 or something like that.
I might change it to that.
Or like 20 through 30 or something.
Well, that was where I'm going to go next. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds. And if somebody doesn't get it on this next one, I'm just going to fucking pick the one that's closest. $20 to 35 E. Fuck. Hey, what's going on, Nicholas? How you doing, sir?
Hey, Nicholas.
All right. This is the last fucking time I'm doing it. It couldn't be any more generic than this. All right, dots one more time. $20 to 30, go. I mean, there's 31 of you in here. 20 to 30, Nicholas. 20 to 30. I'm going to make sure I don't skip over anybody.
I see a winner.
I see a winner, yes. Is it the first one on my screen? And I guess I could have just listened to him earlier. Walter. He was saying just give me the prize anyway. All right, Walter.
Yeah.
Good on you, sir.
Yeah, Walter, just send email to support@definebeardco.com. And with your full name, your address, how many kids you've got, what kind
You
of
need
car
a nut in a bottle and send it to him too.
what kind of car you drive. No, seriously, just your name. And unless you want to go through Dan just to make sure, I don't know, if you want to verify it, but you can email us.
What's going on, Ben?
Hey, Ben. Everybody's showing up now. We're just like, we're going to shut it down. Everybody keeps showing up.
So yeah, Walter could he message you on Instagram even?
I don't know. Does he follow us? I mean, he could do it either way.
Walter, are you gonna do you follow him on Instagram? If you do, you could send him a message on there even.
Maybe I'll do something with Ben.
Ben, I saw the greatest fucking pictures in the world of Kerry.
Let's see his name. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. You did see those, didn't you?
Yeah, you did send those to me.
Yep.
And no, they weren't nudes. Sorry to ruin everybody's excitement there for a second.
Not that night. All right, let's see. What did he say? I guess he said his IG is his name.
Yeah. He says he already follows you.
Oh, okay, cool. That ought to make it easy. Let me guess. The Distinguished Silverbeard.
Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, I do. It looks like I'm following you here. You know? Yeah, I just followed you back, man. Sorry about that. I told you I go through every now and then. Now I know, man. With a beard like that, why the hell was I not following him back? You know what I mean?
I know, right? It looks fake, doesn't it?
I mean, like, for real, you know?
It looks so damn good, it looks fake.
It's good. Man, that's a damn good looking beard, man. I will say that. Yeah, man. Just send me just message me your. Well, I already know your name, so just send me your address and what you want too, as well. If you want, just look on the website, browse the website, and see what scent you want. If you want both in same scent in oil and butter, that's fine. If you want a different scent in oil and different scent in butter, that's fine too.
There you go.
Why is my, jeez. Am I not moving enough? Sorry.
It's so used to you not being in there. You'd be out passed out
in
your chair right now.
I know. It's like, why are you in here still, You're usually out of here. No, that's cool. King's Bounty. Okay, but you got to give him the disclaimer. King's Bounty does have some floral notes in it. And if you're not into floral, then, After Party, that's a good one.
I recommend Amherst.
Amherst, that's a good one.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, the new one's good. Sublime Vibes.
Sublime Vibes is right there.
Yeah.
But Amherst is still just too good.
Deep Pockets is a good one. Just take a look and then message me and tell me what you want. And I'll be sure to get back with you within 2 to 3 weeks.
And he ain't lying.
Oh, that's just you. I'll get back to Walter faster. I'm on there like, I don't know, 50% of the time, So somebody said that the other day, sent an email to my wife saying, I talked to a rep on your IG page, and she was like, well, it's your lucky day because that was the owner. Yeah, So if I don't like it, can I send it back? Yeah, and get money back too, even though it was free. If you don't like what you're sent, let me know. We'll find you something you do. Like I said, that's just what we do.
Yep. Make sure you pour half the bottle out first.
Yeah,
and then send it back to him.
Yeah.
What is one
scary guy? I don't trust him 2 to 3 weeks.
What do you mean by this, Nicholas? What do you mean by one hit bands?
Is he saying one of his bands?
What is one of hit bands? That's not quite sure what he means. If you want to listen to an awesome band, go look up Powder Burn.
See, it's just like the other thing I messed with you. You have to go bring this up every time,
Yes, I do. Powder Burn. Fantastic band. The lead singer is kind of a dickhead, but the rest of the band is pretty good.
He is. I mean, but you do know, I mean, we do have the coolest moment of the, what was it? What was that? What festival was that?
Wasn't it Ozfest?
No. What was that? I can't remember. Jaegerfest.
Oh, Jaegerfest.
Yeah, with the wheelchair.
Yeah, the wheelchair, the one. That would be something to see in person, is a wheelchair crowd surfing.
You can see it. You go to YouTube and search Powder Burn wheelchair surfer, and it'll bring that up. It should. It'll bring up that clip, which was so old that I think at the end it has our MySpace address. But it was the coolest festival ever. It was like, I don't know, what was it, like 10,000 people? And I have the whole crowd just in a total uproar. And the dude in the wheelchair is just killing it.
Wow.
Surfing.
Yep, Powder Burn. Look him up.
He won't recognize. I know. Yeah.
The lead singer looks a lot like Kerry if he were to shave his beard.
Mm-hmm. And had hair.
Like he had dreadlocks. Mm-hmm. He had short dreadlocks.
Yeah. Those were good times, man. those were damn. I mean, the ones I remember.
What is one of Kerry's favorite bands or mine? I know Kerry just gave me a bunch of shit about Lamb of God the other day.
I love Lamb of God, but I was like, if you ever post Lamb of God on somebody's post that doesn't include me, you're fired.
That's why every single post that Kerry will have will always be Lamb of God now.
Don't shave the beard, Kerry, like him was showing his shaving is for pussy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know, for some reason back then, I think I just had like a tiny little goatee. You could barely see it, but yeah, I did have dreadlocks. And then at one point I had like spikes that went straight up. It looked like I had these like railroad spikes coming out of my head, like on the top. And we would go on tour and I'd have it in for like 2 weeks, like Knox gelatin and all kinds of stuff sticking it up, and then I get home and trying to get it. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Yeah, Ken's played it. Those were good times, man. Good times.
Good days.
Now look, I own a beard company. Who would have thought?
He toned down. Now he owns a beard company. He pisses and moans about having to walk across the room to shut a light off.
Yep. Everything in my house is controlled by this. or one of these.
Don't you have like 7 or 8 of them in your house?
Yeah, I've got 7. I think there's one in the lab. Living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, garage. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. they're everywhere. He became respectable. Yeah, no.
All right. We are at the 2-hour mark. Kerry didn't want to go more than an hour, and look at where we're at.
See, I'm a people person.
Yes, he loves people just as much as I do.
Mm-hmm. Sure do. No, I appreciate you having me on, and I'm glad everybody came out. It was cool to talk to y'all, and congratulations, Walter.
Yep.
And we'll get that out to you. Like I said, 2 to 3 weeks. And no, I'm serious. We'll get it out to you on Monday or whatever if you message us. And hopefully next time I'll be more exciting.
I know you were pretty fucking dull.
I know it was.
God, son of a bitch.
I tried I tried to get your channel taken down. I just didn't really come with a plan.
Oh,
I mean, you know, there's tons of things I could talk about, but most of the things, you know, you can't really show on YouTube. You know, it's like I don't want to get your channel banned. Tell you what we do for fun in Texas. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got anything you want to let the people know?
No, man, I appreciate, you know, we definitely appreciate all the support that everybody's given us over the years and helping us grow and grow and grow. And hopefully that continues to grow as well. And we hope that everybody continues to like everything. And hopefully we'll, like I said, we've got some new things coming up and we'll have some new things. Yeah, we'll have some new things towards the end of the year also as well. And, you know, just like I said, man, the best thing you can do to support a company, even, you know, is not just buying products, you know, follow them on all their social media, you know, like, share, post, comment, interact with them, you know, tell people about it, word of mouth. We're not, even though we've grown enough to sustain itself now, we're still not above saying, hey, you know, still keep talking about it, you know, right. And if you like it, share it. If you don't like it, we understand that too.
That's not what he wanted to say.
No, but it's right. It's the right thing to say. You know, you can't please everyone, you know. We try. We please 99% of the people we try, you know. So.
Oh. Well, thanks for everybody coming to hang out with us tonight. Listen to our banter. We appreciate everybody that hung out all night in the chat. Other than that, I mean, I know I'm a little lax on my review, but I had an issue. I mean, not really an issue. I had a review that I was going to do. Then I was told by the owner, don't do it because he wanted to send me the new upgraded version of it. And so I have to wait. Now I got to move to a next one. Figure out how, yeah. So it's coming.
I just flat out told Dan after I saw his video the other day, I said, well, I'll be waiting for my bad review. If he ever does one, you don't have to worry about it being bad. He'll just never do one, you know?
Yeah, I could just never do it for you.
We need to make you commit to a Sublime Vibes review right here, right now.
Some bitch.
I mean, I already know how you feel about it, so tell everybody how you feel about it.
Hey, I like it. It's right under Amherst.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good one. Just getting you to do that video is just like, oof.
Yeah,
it's already recorded. I know. I've heard of it. It's like the checks in the mail, you know.
No. I ain't gonna lie about that. It hasn't been recorded yet. Oh, well, all right. Hopefully everybody has a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Until the next episode of the Longhouse. Take care, everybody.